once knew a girl from Varushka. Varushka, Varushka, and she's the one who set the bar. The girl from Varushka. And now the Trods are calling me. Calling me, calling me. Yes, now the Trods are calling me. Away from Varushka. I once knew a girl in Wintermark. Wintermark, Wintermark. We had to do it in the dark. The girl from Wintermark. And now the Trods are calling me. Calling me, calling me. And now the Trods are calling me. Away from Wintermark. I once knew a girl down in Dawn. Down in Dawn, down in Dawn. 6'10" and full of brawn. The girl from down in Dawn. And now the Trods are calling me. Calling me, calling me. Yes, now the Trods are calling me. Away from girls in Dawn. I once knew a girl from Old Highgard. Old Highgard, Old Highgard. Those priestly robes made me so hard. The girl from Old Highgard. And now the Trods are calling me. Calling me, calling me. Yes, now the Trods are calling me. Away from Old Highgard. I once knew a girl from the Marcher's Land. The Marcher's Land, the Marcher's Land. She finished me with just one hand. The girl from Marcher's Land. And now the Trods are calling me. They're calling me, calling me. Yes, now the Trods are calling me. Away from Marcher's Land. I once knew a girl in Urizen. Urizen, Urizen. I tell a lie 'cause I knew 10 girls in Urizen. And now the Trods are calling me. Calling me, calling me. Yes, now the Trods are calling me. Away from Urizen. I once knew a girl in the league. In the league, in the league. My stamina she did fatigue. The girl from in the league. And now the Trods are calling me. Calling me, calling me. Yes, now the Trods are calling me. Away from in the league. I once knew a girl in the Brass Coast. The Brass Coast, the Brass Coast. And she's the one who cost the most. The girl from the Brass Coast. And now the Trods are calling me. Calling me, calling me. Yes, now the Trods are calling me. Away from the Brass Coast. I once knew a girl, she was an orc. Was an orc, was an orc. When she was done, I couldn't walk. The girl who was an orc. And now the Trods are calling me. Calling me, calling me. And now the Trods are calling me. Away from all these orcs. I once knew a girl from Verneva. Verneva, Verneva. She tracked me down, I didn't get far. The girl from Verneva. And now the girl has married me. Married me, married me. Yes, now the girl has married me. The girl from Verneva.
Oh dear, oh dear. Hello everybody. Welcome to this, whatever this could be. I don't know. I just seen Jasper's comment, the music taste on this channel. Mwah. Yes. Oh, Becca subscribed. Thank you. That's 7 months, you nutbar. Yes, insanity. I should change it to saying that. You've subscribed, you're a nutbar. Desi D has now taken pity. So I thought I changed all of this. It's obviously not gone through, so never mind there. So Apologies for not streaming on Friday. I have done something to my foot, so I could barely walk all weekend. I've only just started being able to walk on it today, so I thought I had actually broken my foot. So yeah, there was a thing, but that was fun. It was a laugh. Um, I just realised I've left my wine in the kitchen, and I can't get to it now because there's a green screen blocking my way to the kitchen. I'm so sad. Sad times indeed. Bollocks. Oh well. Yes, indeed. You tit, Steve. So thank you for people who have recently followed, subscribed, done all of this sort of stuff. F. Well, to be honest, I may sneak off and get the bottle of wine. I don't care. You see, I might need it. Back call to the Helen. No, because she has to sneak past the green screen then. So I might have to do that. Who knows? I have Twitch payout on the 15th of every month, and it's for a block of the month. So yesterday I got a payout for last month. Wasn't that much. So all the money that's been raised for the bell tent is going to come in this month. So that'll be the 15th of next month that I'll get the payout for that. So we should be in a really good position for that. So I think we'll be able to do the giveaway then. Nine months from Rachel there. Babies have been born in the amount of time I've been subbed to you. So we just need to wait for Helen to subscribe now because I think twins. I think twins could have been. No, not twins because they're born at the same time. I'm a fucking idiot. Two babies could have been born. Yes. Shut up, everyone. Baby subbing. 9 months. Shut up, Dan. This is why no one likes you. Yeah. So it's been amazing. So we're doing that fucking twins. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, laugh it up. So yeah, so I'm back now. It feels really weird. I feel like I've been gone for. Do we need to give Mac the birds and bees talk? Yes. Yeah. Obviously we do. So yeah, so we're back for another reverse Q&A. Who is your Shut up. Don't lead the channel. How dare you? Yeah, hashtag Steve moment. That's how you make mead, birds and the bees. We'll stick with that. So at the moment, so we're going to go back to do another reverse Q&A because these are good fun. We get to know people in the channel and we get to do all of that sort of stuff. So after some technical issues as normal, back on script. Shut up. Shut up, John. Yeah. So after some technical issues, we've managed to get it all sorted. I'm on like my third set of headphones. I might have to buy myself some really good ones at some point. We have, well, do you want to? We have Lily, who is above me. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Lily. What about me? I'm gonna be in the Brass Coast. That's a thing. I've been planning for Empire for 2 years.
2 years.
And because of lockdown, I mean, I was waiting until I was old enough to go, and then lockdown happened. So actually, I'll be 2 years older than when I actually go than when I actually found out about Empire, which is nuts. I don't know about me. I'm a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, she's a Hufflepuff.
There we go.
Excellent stuff. So, why the Brass Coast? What made you choose the Brass Coast over everything?
So, I created the that's a Brass Coast coat. I originally wanted to create a character that would make it easy for me to interact with people, because I didn't have anyone I was going with. I didn't really know anyone who was there, so I needed a character that would let me meet people. So I kind of created my concept around being extroverted, and then I had a look at the different nations. And first of all, the Brass Coast costume seemed the easiest to do on a budget. I mean, maybe other than Wintermark, but I wasn't interested in Wintermark. Because you could just get like harem pants and like granddad festival shirts from eBay. And it also kind of seemed like, you know, the kind of like freedom and adventure kind of vibe that I was going for. And then here I am. I just stuck to it.
Excellent. That's really cool. Helen's just said, who's really interested in Wintermark? And this is very true. Only strange people choose the coast the first time round. I'll get my coat. Yes, because you did, you idiot.
Yeah.
You plum. Big baggy trousers for the win. Yeah, that's cool. So was there something specific in the brief that made you say, hi, Rob? It didn't make you say, hi, Rob. That made you look at Wintermark, Brass Coast, rather, and just say, yeah, they're definitely the ones. Or was it, they're the cheapest and easiest? Because that's just what they're like in character as well. They are the cheapest and easiest. I've said what I've said.
Yeah, that's valid. I guess I just liked the vibe. Like, they just seemed quite like happy and excited and wanting to go out and do things and all about freedom. I don't know. It seemed like a fun kind of the vibe fit the kind of vibe of the character that I had in my head that I wanted to play. So, and then I just couldn't be bothered to have a proper look at the other nations and change, because I was like, okay, I have an idea now. I don't want to have to go through the whole process of changing my whole plan. So, yeah.
Okay. So Brass Coast, because none of the other nations appealed. I can understand that. So we got Brass Coast is now the Vibe Nation. Can't be asked to look at all the other nations. Lol. That's very joyful. It's very joyful and happy. They're very joyful and happy. The Brass Coast. I can't even read now. What's gone wrong with me tonight? I'm really on one.
It's the lack of wine.
It must be the lack of wine. It must be the lack of wine. I'm going to go with that. Yeah. So when you read the Brass Coast image, then what have you picked an archetype yet, or are you just going to wait and see, or what's the plan?
So after had a conversation with some people in the Discord, and I was like, okay, so I think I should probably pick an archetype then. So I went with Corsair because that seemed the most appropriate. And then reading the Corsair brief, I was like, yes, this is definitely the kind of vibe I'm going for. And yeah, because none of them really fit properly fit, because obviously my character isn't she has a herb garden, so she's not a pirate or a privateer, and none of the other ones really fit the bill. I think Corsair was just the one that felt most right. Also, her parents were Corsairs, so it kind of felt right to just say I'm a Corsair. I'm just on land for a bit. On my land legs. So yeah, that's what she's a Corsair.
Excellent. Smo's just said herb garden on a ship equals window boxes. I think that's my favourite thing I've heard this evening. That's brilliant. That's so good. Okay, so Corsair, Brass Coast. Are you going? Do you know any people? Well, John has asked. Where was this from John? How did you find out about Empire? Not knowing anyone going.
Gosh, so I found out about LARP through a video on YouTube about Bothwells. I think it was our lovely Momo who's in the Discord that I found out. And I was like, yes, this is everything I've ever wanted. And then I had started looking online about UK LARPs that I could go to, and there was a good couple of months of just kind of doing my research and having a look at the different ones. And I think Empire, after having a look at it, I probably found it on some website somewhere, seemed to be the one that was going to like fit best with me. And then I found out a while back that I do know someone who does Empire, but she crews there. So she doesn't play, she's crew. So I will be staying with her in the crew area, sleeping area.
Perfect. Yep.
Which is good, because otherwise my parents would not have let me go if I didn't actually know someone there. So yeah, I don't know anyone playing, and so I couldn't really, but I couldn't really go around with anyone, but at least I have like a home base to go back to.
No.
And someone I can be like, okay, where's it? Where can someone find this person for me? But yeah,
that's fine. I think knowing everybody in the Discord, I think you'll be totally set. There are people within the Brass Coast who I can recommend, and I will happily point out to you as being good people and worth knowing. Pete, if you see a dwarf with a beard down to his knees, avoid him.
Okay, good to know. Just write that down. I've been on the Facebook groups for a while, so I know I've spoken to Amy, who's I think the Brass Coast Anvil Hospital rep, which is good because I also want to maybe apprentice there. So we have a background tie. I've kind of familiarized myself, so most people are aware of me who are quite
there are
active on the Facebook groups.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. There are a lot of people who are active who have been on stream as well, who are worth getting to know, because I've done one with the hospital, and they are all good people, and the medical game is hilarious if you want to get involved. It's so funny to do. I think I'd like to think it's funny for both sides. It is absolutely hilarious if you can get involved, hack people to pieces, fix them up again and stuff. So, but yeah, getting to know people and within the Hefty fam as well who are in the Brass Coast, it means that you've got a face that you can pick out, and if anything's wrong or you need to just go and sit somewhere, there'll be friendly people around. So
I've spoken to
did a
people.
Great episode about the medical game. Yeah, after me. Dear. Yeah, all the LARP.
I've been on LARP Noobs actually, but not like properly. I've done some VO work for their intros and outros.
Oh, very nice.
So I don't know. I know a lot of people now. I know I've spoken to I can't remember her name, but she's a YouTuber who has done both Bothwell and Empire. Who it's not Little LARPer, but it is.
Was it Jess? Our adventure? No, she hasn't done Empire.
No, but anyway, I've been speaking to people, so at least I have people that I know know vaguely on the field that are like, yeah, you can come hang out in our camp. Otherwise, I'd be terrified.
Yeah, no, yeah, I completely understand that. Have you got a group to go into in the Brass Coast?
No, I don't. I feel like I want to kind of go around and have a little talk to people and then find one that fits. Because I didn't want to like jump into one. Yeah, T Dracula, that's the one. She's very lovely. I didn't want to kind of just go along with a group that I didn't actually know in person or really know their vibe that well. So I've written my family out of my background, so I don't have to worry about that. So if I get adopted, it wasn't to be angsty. It was so I could be adopted into another family if necessary. So yeah, that's kind of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pete's making sad beard noises. Pete has an epic beard. It's I looked at me and Helen looked at one of my old videos earlier. Sorry, tangent. And we noticed how big my beard actually was. So yeah, T Dracula. Oh my god, I've forgotten her name. Oh, she'll murder me. Fuck.
I'm
I did the
Go
advert
on.
with her. She's been on stream. We've chatted a lot.
Chai.
Chai.
Right?
That's it. Yeah.
Chai.
Yeah. I could call her Chai Latte. Yeah. Chai. Yeah. She's really good. She is really, really good as well. She's lovely.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, she
I
was
am
like,
terrible with names.
she was like, we have an extra space in our Dawn family if you ever want to join. I was like, I think I'm set on the Brass Coast, but I'll be talking to you.
Wow.
So
Yes. Yeah.
she's got some interesting inner plot happening with that
Yeah.
whole thing. I'm very excited to see where that goes.
Oh yes, yes. I know when we were filming for the advert, her and her other half were telling me about their plot and everything. Hi Dave, how you doing, mate? They were telling me about all their plot, what they've got, their interpersonal plot in the Dawn, the twin brother,
Yeah.
and all of this sort of stuff. And it was just like, oh, okay, that's a
Great.
lot of stuff. She did with her character beforehand. She was linked to Mac, and didn't really. I don't think she was expecting that sort of role play from me. When she can turn up and she said,
Yeah,
"Go on."
you two are very different characters.
Mm.
That must have been interesting. But yeah.
It doesn't matter now because the character's gone. But her old character was getting threatened by someone in the league, and I think she wanted to sit there with people and just like go, "Oh, he's doing this, he's doing this, he's doing this," and then I turned up and she was just like, "Oh, he's done this and he said this, he wants to kill me and all of that," and I'm just like, "Well, fuck that noise." So I grabbed my weapons, armor, and I was like, "I'm just gonna go and kill him then." All right, I'll go and have a word, and you're like, "No, please." But it was really
That's so
really good.
great.
Dave was here from the start, but was cooking. So he's heard what I said. Yeah, so there's a lot of good people in the Brass Coast. They're a really really good lot. I think a large group from Wintermark has Wyvern's Watch has just moved over to the Brass Coast as well. So, and they tend to recruit quite heavily. So yeah, that's good.
Nice.
Yeah, Glory Schmorley. Exactly. Okay. So what is it you're looking to get out of the game then? What are the things that you're looking forward to doing the most?
I mean, just to kind of be in that kind of atmosphere, because I'm a very big. I've always, like, as a kid, as a little, I mean, I guess I'm still, but as a little kid, I was super into all that kind of make-believe stuff. Still am, avidly play D&D, Secret Cinema, all that kind of jazz, just kind of to immerse yourself in the kind of fantasy world and be a different character and just wander around. Also, I think LARP is very interesting in that it gives you an opportunity to kind of take risks that you'd kind of be too scared to do in real life and like not have to face the proper consequences. So like I can be a lot more kind of blunt and straightforward and more like extroverted and not worry about what people think about me, because it's not me, it's a different character. So I'm excited about that aspect.
Yes.
In terms of game, I'm not planning on doing combat. I'm not one of those people that's super into the combat aspect of it.
Okay.
But I think just making connections with people and having little moments and creating little stories. That's what I'm excited about.
Okay, that's as Abby has said there, the best answer. It's about finding that part of the field that you want to get involved in, that you want to enjoy, and that you want to feel a part of. That's the best place to be, because then you'll be able to throw yourself into it face first and deal with everything that comes from it. So where you mentioned the medical game, so obviously I think I've done a stream on the apothecary side of it, so all the potions, and I've done a stream on the surgery, and you've got the LARP noobs who have done their one on the hospital as well now. So there's a lot of stuff out there which would help. Yeah, definitely get involved in that, because you will give a lot of people creating little stories. Best quote. Very good quote. You'll give a lot of people some of their highlights from their time in the field, from being able to getting a traumatic wound from someone and fixing them up is epic. Pinning someone to the ground, or a chair, or a stool, or a bench, and stuff like that, sitting on them as you're doing like brain surgery and stuff like that. That's a lot of fun.
I just have this great image of me, my little 5'2" self, just like absolutely shouting at someone to just get a grip. I think that could be so much fun. But yeah, I'm interested in the medical game aspect. I think that could be fun. But also, I guess there's just so much out there that I have to explore, and I really don't know what's going to really take me and take my interest. I have a couple of ideas to get me started, but then who knows?
Like what? What are your ideas?
So I I originally wanted to be like an errand boy type character. Kind of just being there earning money, because obviously I have a herb garden. I get like 9 rings, like nothing. It's pitiful.
18.
Is it 18? Okay, well, still kind of bad, but seeing as you were looking through your coin purse, you were like, oh yeah, I've got like 4 thrones. I was like, what? But yeah, earn a bit of money, doing errands here and there, maybe getting into a bit of unsavory black market stuff. I don't know, it could be interesting. I had an idea that I wanted to like set up a private detective business, but I don't know how easy that's going to be.
Quite easy.
Not like solving murders or anything, but kind of, this person's gone missing and he hasn't paid me for this and that, like kind of thing. Just getting people, I'll do whatever you want me to do. Just give me some money and I'll do it for you. So I have a long list of Brass Coast type cakes and treats to sell people, because I still look very young. So I feel like I can I can use that to my advantage and get money from people by being cute and selling food. That's kind of it. And then just kind of wandering around and finding a family.
Yeah, that's going to be the more interesting part of your game, I think. Trying to find
Bounty Hunter. This is the way.
Yes, exactly, Ben. That's what I was going to bring up. You wouldn't have heard that, Lily, but the donation just said Bounty Hunter. This is the way. So basically, bounty hunters are a thing.
Really?
They are a thing.
That's so cool.
You have a few in every nation, and if they solve the case, find the person, do the thing, you can get paid quite well for doing it as well. So I've only ever been involved in one, and I found the person as they were just walking into the tent to turn themselves in. That was the easiest throne I've ever made in my life.
Wow.
And I retired after that. So there's a whole archetype for bounty hunters in the Orcs, not that it gets seen much in Playmind. Oh, that's cool. I did not know that. Oh, see, my Orc character is taking on shape here. I like this. So we've had people talking about
You make a great Orc.
Is that because I'm ugly?
No, you're just like big and strong. No, you have like you have an imposing kind of. You can definitely pull off being an Orc, I think.
Yes, we'll
have a kind of attitude.
We'll go for that. Rob's just said doesn't need a mask. Fuck you, Rob. In fact, criminals are supposed to be paraded around the Orc camp in case they run before their trial. Solid save, Lily. Yep, good one. That's what we've got. Wax Steve's ego. Doesn't need waxing, mate. So we've had a few comments on your height and baby Lily. So I think Ben's wife is 5'6". Abby is smaller than you, I believe.
Wow.
Oh, thanks, Ben. Thank you for the bits, mate. Yeah, so there's plenty there, but bounty hunters are definitely a thing. Oh my god, I got visions of you being like this terrifying bounty hunter now that just fucks everyone up. That'd be
Yes.
awesome. That's the sort of thing that would be really, really cool. That'd be awesome to see, actually. Arm Lily with a crossbow, or to anyone else, a hand crossbow. Yes. John. Smo, I'll be over here in the taller than most people camp. Yes, you will. Yeah, so there's plenty that you can do there, and I think being a bounty hunter is a good way to go. It gets you to travel around everywhere as well. That's a good thing. So, have you discovered what your game goals will be and your long-term goals?
My character's goals. This is very obscure, but there's this one like herbalist school called the the Sanguine Bloom, I think, that's in Atalaya where she was originally from. And her goal, like out of for her reason for going to Empire is kind of to create links and get a name for herself and try and find a way to get into that school. But that's literally just a base reason for me to go to Empire, for her to be there and have a reason for me to talk to people, because I don't really think that's going to go anywhere. Like I'm 100% expecting like random bits of game to just come in and sweep me away.
It can do. Yep, it can do. It's
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect it to happen, but it can happen, and if it does, go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm expecting her goals to change dramatically in that's all I really, yeah, I think that's really a jumping point for me. But yeah.
Okay.
I saw a question further up about lineage, and I am planning to be lineaged. I'm just looking at my little latex ears up there. I'm planning to be a changeling.
Oh, was that John, was it? It was probably John. John, did you ask about lineages? You always ask about lineages. It must have been John. If it wasn't John, then I'm shocked. Yes, it was John. There we go. The barbarians shall fear for their kneecaps. Are there any other nations that you are intrigued by and really want to visit when you get to Anvil?
Orcs. Just because I think they'd be so cool. Also, she has a bit of a thing with orcs, so I want to see that play off. I want to see how that goes.
In a good way or a bad way, thing with orcs?
She's right now, she's under the impression that all orcs are bad because she had some very not nice experiences with Grendel. So she's going to be a bit naive when she first gets to Empire, but I'm sure that will change. I just want to see that first interaction with an orc, with an Imperial orc.
We'll introduce you to the Irontide. You'll like them. Bunnies. Fluffy bunnies.
I mean, I love orcs. I think that's just so cool. Just in general, the whole vibe and the ancestor thing, I think is really cool. Other nations, Varushka. I want to go get like my tarot done by a Varushkan. I think that could be really cool.
Yeah, Helen loves the Varushkans. We've been doing a lot of.
Sorry.
was that mum or dad?
That was mother.
Okay.
Mother dearest going, are you going to do singing practice tonight? Yes, I
am. So yeah, the Irontide are bunnies with pocket carrots. Yeah, but yeah, that'll be good. Go and see the orcs, have a chat with them. But more people need to go and do that. So, But yeah, everything that's said here is OC knowledge, so people shouldn't use it in game either. So, going going in, I thought my character should hate orcs, but after one night of drinks, I couldn't help but love them. Oh yeah, the pocket carrots for snacking. Yes, I remember that now.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, you need snacks. Definitely need snacks.
Mm-hmm.
Ben's
Trail
asked what you're going to sing for us.
Nothing. You're not getting anything.
So
maybe in a couple events I'll get the courage up to go to songs and stories, but
doesn't have to be songs and stories. You can sing anywhere you like, and people will love to hear it.
I've got a tambourine, but I don't know about singing yet.
I hear that the Freeborn have to pay to come see the orcs. Something about everything having a cost. I've not heard that one. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. I think I think the everything has a cost in the Brass Coast has got some brass coasters into trouble. I think they lost a load of chairs because of it. Someone paid for a chair, and then when he left, he took the chair with him and charged them more to get the chair back. Freeborn with a tambourine. Orcs are baddies, though. Just look at Foul. The Brass Coast are a very musical nation. Trust me, confidence comes quickly when in the field, surrounded by other people singing. Sing as you do surgery. That could be great, or terrifying. That'd be epic.
Sure, I think my singing might actually harm someone even more.
The singing doctor. What's wrong with that? What could be wrong with that? That's epic. Have a think about that. There you go. That's your uniqueness there.
I'll put it into consideration.
Yeah,
that's
the polite way of saying Steve shut up.
I've heard.
Yeah, singing as you sew. Ooh, Repo, the genetic opera vibes. That's a good one. Like a Disney song as you chop limbs off. Yeah, the singing doctor. That's cool.
Oh, thanks, Daisy.
Few bits for the bit cup.
Oh, cheers. Thank you, mate.
Yeah, no, I
can confirm that Lily
really
is a great singer.
That's my friend.
Excellent.
I've heard that lots of different. I've heard that like medics and physicians have lots of very interesting like methods of healing. So I haven't chosen one yet, but I'm hoping that I'll get inspiration from going to the hospital and having a look around.
Yeah, I think doing anything in any form of surgery in game, especially when you find out what the actual issue is. So these traumatic wound cards. So when you read them and you know what you have to do, as long as you go for it whole hog and don't just do a little tiddly bit of things here and there, just go, I need to do this to you to fix you here and stuff like that. And it's just like, no, you've got a bit of bone in your brain. Pass me the hammer. I'm going to get it out for you and stuff like that. Just get that out. Yes, the lesser spotted party potato and obviously the roses as well. So just go whole hog, really ham it up and stuff. So it's what everybody loves about the hospital. I love to pick people like if someone's sitting on my arm or doing that, I like to throw myself around and push people off me and stuff like that. So it's just like they'll go, you and you, come and sit on him and stuff like that. And these are people who weigh like 30 stone each, and they'll just come and sit on me, and I'm not moving at all. I'm not breathing either, but I'm not moving. It's to the tune of Row Your Boat, cut the leg, chop off all the toes, plug it up with Mezzarine, and hope a new foot grows. That's brilliant, Dal. I really love that. That's so good. Okay, so do you have any questions for chat?
I
Or me?
do.
Let's
I'm
see
trying to
what we
figure
find.
out which one is. Okay, a practical one. How do you deal with weather extremes like it being very sunny or very rainy and keeping it icy? Um, like sunglasses, is that a thing? Like hats, I guess. I guess the Brass Coast have a thing, but it doesn't really shade your face that much.
No. For the heat, it's, yeah, as Dawn has just said, layers. It's all about the layers. So if you need, if you're really cold, you just put more layers on, and that heats you up. If you're really really hot, you take layers off. Obviously, to a point. No one wants to see you walking around in your grundies. So it's things like that. It's all about finding that happy level. If it's pissing with rain, we have tents. There are large tents. Some people don't care about the weather on the head, so if you have a cloak or something. So for me, with my cloak, it's got a nice big hood on it. It's just stuff like that. So, but yeah, some people have had. Some people, I've seen some people with parasols. Well, so with sort of icy umbrellas as well. So
I was wondering if that was a thing.
yeah, I've seen a couple of in-character umbrellas, which is, they are really really cool, and that. So it's about what you would think suit the nation and what would suit your character the best. I'd say there. Gambesons are all weather clothing. Scurry from tent to tent. I have a hot weather dress that's basically made of t-shirt material. Coloured lenses. Do they work as sunglasses, John? You'll have to let us know on that.
I do have these. I don't know if they're Brass Coasty enough.
I don't know. I've not seen anyone wear anything like that. Some people may have done. They'd have to let us know. I'm planning on getting a waterproof burnhouse for rain as a freeborn. I see umbrella's a thing. Presume not. Yep. A brolly that looks like a. Chat's going too fast again. A brolly that looks like a parasol is fine. Most folk will just add a cloak for wet weather and cold. Not as many think about dressing down for hot weather. I mean, I'm definitely not going to be bald by the time I get to go on my first event, so it's factor 50 sun cream. Yeah, always sun cream. If there's no clouds in the sky, sun cream. Always. Because even it could piss in with rain and you could still burn. So, you can find cool Brass Coast like parasols on eBay. Dow says, yeah, layers is the simple answer. My kit has 2 undershirts, a tabard, and a vest by default. I had longer shirts for cold events. Use just 1 lighter shirt for hot weather and have a wool-lined cloak for rain and wind. Honest Twill wears glasses though, like those. Oh yeah, Twill does, doesn't he? But I think his are prescription. So he kind of has to wear them. My old Brass Coast group use parasols. Thermals under your kit is big and clever, as they are heat packs for keeping your hands warm. Wellies with covers on are perfect for any weather. The kind of sunglasses that Gary Oldman had in Dracula are probably fine. I've seen those in the field, so you might be able to wear them. Joe says, I've seen sunglasses I see, but they were for someone who needed them. I see issues. Yep. I have yet to burn with Teats Oot, says Sam. This is true. I need the tinted lenses for my sensitive eyes. No one's ever called me out on them. Okay, that's good. I just finished maybe making a wool coat with oilcloth layering for extra waterproofing and warmth. Rob says, take advantage of fires and shade around you as need whenever you can. Yep. Glasses and sunglasses are icy. Awesome. So yeah, you could. There's plenty of options there. There's plenty of things that you could get away with. So for me, I don't tend to feel the cold that much. I'm always hot. So for me it will be a cloak. My cloak will go on, or I just won't wear my cloak. That's me done and dusted, really. And I wear my kilt with icy stuff over the top of it as layers. and I wear sleeveless stuff anyway, so for me that's fine. Take sunscreen. Very few people will turn you away from their shelter if it's raining hard. Dal says, having a good shawl, scarf can pull over your head is good for all weather too. Keeping direct sun or cold wet off your head is good. But Brass Coast are usually all over that. Yeah. Never go to bed in wet clothing or wearing too many layers. So there's a tangent there, but I've got that's too much. That's TMI for a lot of people, I think. I'm gonna say it anyway. I tend to go to bed in my pants and not much else, because I generally fall asleep on the floor, mainly because I'm stupid. So, but I go to bed and I'm so hot anyway. So, yeah. Anyway, so do we have another question? How many questions have you got?
Have a good list.
Oh shit!
But some of them are like more. I got started and I just kept thinking of, but like some of them are more important than others. One that I've just kept wondering. It isn't something that I feel like I'm probably going to encounter anytime soon. But do you get kidnapped by orcs in the battlefield? Like, do orcs ever go yoink? And how does that work? Like, where do you go?
Yes, you can. You can. Well, kidnapped to an extent. Taken prisoner.
Or taken hostage.
Taken prisoner is the more fun way to put it.
Do they have to send a skirmish team out to get you?
That's happened. I have heard of that happening. So in the big battles, if in one of the big battles they had lost like 75 people, there's a lot of people were knocked down and prisoner and stuff like that. So what PD decided was that after the battle, they went to the nation that lost so many people and said, you're gonna have a skirmish here, and you've got the opportunity to go and rescue them. So that can happen, but it's very, very rare. As Fal has said, taken hostage and ransomed back happens. So if you are fighting anywhere in the field and you get knocked down, and the enemy will drag you back, and they'll hold you, they'll sit you up next to a tree, and then they'll just say, well, everyone's leaving, let's see if they want you. And then they'll pick you up, march you back over, and just go, we got one of yours here, and you can get a general, a captain, friends, anyone like that will just say, right, what do you want for them? And people will just say, give us a throne and you can have them back. And then the players will go, there's a throne, give us them back. And then you'll get traded back that way. If no one does it and you're still there, then chances are you're just dead. That can happen as well. So there's lots of things that happen like that. So it's all down to the role play. So
yeah.
Chris got executed just after the gate closed, so there was no ransom there. You go behind lines and funny icy stuff happens. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it is a lot of fun to do that sort of role play as well. So if you're not taking if you're not going to go off into combat or anything, you probably won't experience it too much.
Yeah,
but
I was just curious.
It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I love it when that sort of stuff. Yeah, dying is fantastic. Don't miss out. I mean, in character, I've only died the once, and you get the sad death or the bad kind of death, which is where you'll be knocked down behind enemy lines. The army will leave, and you'll just be left there on your own, and you're just dead. And it's like, that's bad. That's not a great death. It's not in the grand scheme of things. So, sorry folks, I have to go and get set up for Bards Online, but thanks for the stream. No worries, Dawn. See you soon. Or you get the absolutely epic death where you're just stood there going, right, they're charging us over here. These people need to get out. They're all healers and all of this sort of stuff. And then you go and charge them on your own. And you hold them up for those 10 seconds, but everybody gets out and you've saved an entire group. That's an epic death.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. Cheers, Rob. That's a tenner, man. Thank you for the bits, bud. that takes us up to 26,723 bits. So 66.8. That is fantastic, man. See, we're boring Lily now.
No, it's
She's
fine.
yawning away. So we're doing really, really well. So cheers, Rob. Thank you for that one. So yeah, so there's lots of great deaths. There's lots of great deaths. I mean, I still love my death. Being watched by a whole nation as I charge a line of enemy orcs on my own, purely to die. So it's great fun. That was great fun, and yeah, and then I got to witness my own funeral and stuff like that as well, which is which is truly epic. So Sam says I wouldn't know about death yet. Oh dear. So yeah, there's jeez.
Kind of building on that, is that always the option to go terminal? Like if you kind of have a shitty death, like can you choose to go? Is that like a thing that I've heard that happen, but can that just happen whenever?
What if you want to kill your character off?
Well, no, I've heard like you can go back into the field, but you have to die by the end of the event, and like you just are terminally ill.
Yes.
And will die at the end.
Yeah. It has happened to some people. It has happened to some people. Lots of bits coming through now. 27,001. Thank you. So yeah, you die before the next event, as John's just said. So you can be knocked down and bleeding out, do all of that in a battle, and then you can just say, okay, well, I'm going to go back out, I'm dying, I'm going to go and say goodbye to people, and then just walk off. And there's a lot of people, yeah. But you can, as Matt has said, you can go terminal from pretty much any death. So unless it's an execution, in which case you're just dead. That's just done. So you can be poisoned and then just say, well, I'm on my bleed count, they're fixing me up, but I want to go terminal, and that's it. And you just die. But it's all down to you. It's your character at the end of the day. The only thing you can't do is if you're bleeding out, just say, nope, don't want to die yet. I want to do...
Get back up.
Yeah, just get back up. You can't do that. So, yeah. I've seen the benefits of dragging it out, so to speak, but if you want to get into the next character real quick, you can easily end it sooner. Yep. So you can decide, there are people who have decided that they just don't want to play their character anymore. So they will just go off into a battle and just go running off, get hacked to pieces, die, and then walk off and make their next character. And they'll be waiting for everybody when they come back from the battle. So I've seen that happen a few times too. So that's where that is. But there are a few people out there who haven't died yet. So, but dying in battle is great. Dying at Empire is great fun. Get to see your own funeral and hear what everybody says about you is really, really nice. It's when you get to know these people in character, and then one of them dies, and you see people. The reaction is very... I don't know how to respond to this, and then they're saying, yeah, they're dead, and people are talking about them, and then you see the real tears flowing down and stuff like that, because you really get attached to a lot of people in game. So I think the last one for me the last two really will be Mac's brother, who was played by my closest mate Kit. When he died in an event I wasn't at as well, and I actually cried at home when I found that one. I was so upset, and then when we got there and people were telling me, I cried again. It was really, really sad. And the other one would be Mac's uncle Kiartan when he died, and that happened in an event I was at. It was, heartbreaking. So sad. But the roleplay of that it's amazing. It's so much fun. So if you get to know people in game and then they die, you get all of that fun roleplay effect there as well, which is great. I can't imagine what it's like attending your own funeral as someone else. Yeah, yeah. I was lucky. My funeral, I was laying on a bench, and everybody came over to say things about me, which was good fun. See, Lily's on her phone now.
Got my little questions.
Uh,
I was just deleting the old one so I didn't say it again.
Yeah, I can imagine it'd be quite emotional for a multitude of reasons. Yeah, so there's lots of stuff there. So what's the next question? We'll keep it moving.
So, if your character's a bit of an asshole, how do you make sure that it doesn't seem like you're being an asshole? Like, how is that made sure in game? If there's some things that you just don't be rude about, like if you say like, "Oh, your clothes not looking very great," like that could be very easily taken as an offense, like out of character. Like, how is that balanced if you're playing a character who's not very nice?
Yeah, as Rob said there, it's down to other players' ability to separate real from fantasy. If you think that someone is not able to separate it, just check in on them and go and make sure that they're all right. I mean, a lot of it I don't know about because I don't play an arsehole. So, I mean, because Mac's just too nice. You make sure you get to know people out of character, or you check in on people quickly if you want to make sure. Keep your dissing IC, maybe. Yeah, that's that too. Yeah, if you're friends with them out of character and you slag them off in character, then they should know.
Yeah.
Just safest to assume someone's playing an arse rather than being an arse. Sam spat water. By spreading game to others following the conduct rules. I function on the rule that if it's IC area, then the person speaking, it's not the person speaking, but their character. Yeah, there's that too. I am a dick in character. I will slag everybody off to their face in character. If I don't like them, I don't care. But yes, as Chris has just said, OC checks are big and clever. So if you're having an argument with someone, so like my favorite argument, my favorite insult to people is that your mum should have swallowed you. It's it's a real brutal one. And that,
There's so many layers to that.
Got to head off. Good stream, Steve. Night all. Bye, Dave. I'll have to get you back on soon, Dave, as well. Let that chaos continue. But yeah, so having that sort of check in just to say, are you all right afterwards is big and clever. So even if it is just like 10 minutes later, so you've gone off and then you just circle back around and go and find them and just to say, are you all right? And that, because 9 times out of 10, they'll just turn around and say, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just taking a minute to myself here. Because no one likes to be shouted at. No one likes to have someone in their face screaming at them at the end of the day. So that's a big thing there. Kyle, 4 months, nut bar. Yeah, Achilles was an arse and people loved him for it. Dow says, I had someone having a go at me, IC, being very aggressive and shouty, and they broke character for a few seconds just to check I was okay before going straight back into it. Or had folk grab me in OOC areas just to be like, hey, hope you're okay with that. Yeah, there's lots of good ways to do it. So if you are worried, do not... it's all about your comfort as well. So don't be worried if you have to say to people, can you not say that?
Yeah.
Please don't do that. Or Admiral Nutbar, thank you. So yeah, there are ways and means to do it all, and it's all about you being comfortable, because no one wants you to be upset, no one wants you to not come back, not be there, and anything like that. So yeah,
I like how you assume I'm not the one being the arse.
Well, I'd hope you were, No, the other way. Yeah, I mean, if you want to be an arse to someone, then great, more power to you. I think. If there is a problem, PD has a conduct team. So, Carl's asked which nation you're going to dislike IC. I think it's the Orcs. And Joe assumed you're going. Joe assumed you're going to be a nightmare.
Yeah. Well, for nation reasons, I feel like Highguard's not going to be a very popular one.
Because no one fucking likes Highguard.
Yeah, exactly. But especially the Brass Coast. Orcs, I think Lita's just going to be a bit like wary of. But she's just going to outright hate Highguard. And she's not going to be quiet about that. So that'll be fun. Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. I think that will change in game as well. I think the more that you talk to people, the more that you will go, oh, they're actually all right. I don't mind talking to them. That nation though cannot stand them. So because as Mac, I was gonna hate the league for once, but it basically I got into the game and it's just Highguard. It's always bloody Highguard. 400 bits, man. That's awesome. Thanks, Dal. Distant Navari wailing. All of the horses are dead.
Someone said Highguard ate all the horses.
Yeah, it was all Highguard's fault. It was always Highguard's fault. 69%. Awesome. Thank you, Dan. Horses never existed. They're not real. Wow. There are stories about that. Yeah, so there's it will change. Be prepared for a lot of stuff about your character to change when you're in character. I think just ride with it, just roll with it, have fun, and if it seems right, just go with it, and it's a good laugh. As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. Yeah. So, as Forrester, the Marcher, I was going to dislike Dawn, but the problem is I start liking some Dawnish players. Yeah, I know you feel. I mean, I've been playing Mac for nearly 7 years now, so it all happens, and it all, my hatred is kind of embedded now. So, Foxcar, a cataphract on their hands and knees. What's that? What did Smo say? Have I missed what Smo said? What did Smo say? Not gonna. What did Empress Britta ride into battle? Right, a cataphract on their hands and knees. Excellent stuff. I definitely didn't do the maths. Wonderful stuff. But yeah, there's lots of stuff, and it all changes in character. You'll meet some characters who you will look at being friends with in character, but you'll get them and you'll talk to them in character, and you won't get on with them. And that's the fun part, because you'll then meet all of these other people, and you'll get on really well with them. And it's so your likes dislikes changes dramatically, and it's a lot of fun when it does. It really is. So what's the next question?
What is enjoyable for you in a character interaction? Like, what makes for good RP with someone for you and everyone in the stream?
This will be everyone's gonna have a different answer to this. I think everyone will be for me. If I ignore fighting, I love to just walk around and chat to people for any reason. It can be anything. I've stood in a tavern and spoken to someone just because they've been there and they've stood there on their own, and they looked a bit lost. So I've gone and talked to them for 10 minutes, bought them a drink, and that's it. Then there's the drugs as well, which gives me, and so when me and Chris are together, we have a lot of a laugh. So much fun is had taking the piss out of everything, selling invisible hats, chasing after stars, and making people as uncomfortable as we possibly can. So, and it's just, yeah, just a lot of fun. That's what I enjoy. So it's Mac's a dick to talk to if he's just there, but with that, if you ever came running up to Mac, so in a hypothetical situation, if I was sat by my fire and your character and Lily and your character came running over saying, someone's chasing me, I'm in trouble, something's happened, this or this, then I'm probably one of the best people in the field to come to, because I will do anything to help out as well. But when it's done, he'll just go back to being a dick. So yeah, it's a real strange one there. So what else what's people said in chat? Then let's have a look. Dal hates the heroic warriors of Dawn, but he loves the armies of Dawn. Helen says, when someone gives me a reason to be judgy about them, I love getting to be snooty Yana on a high horse. Your high what? Sorry, your high diaby probably. Asking someone weird questions just to see their reactions from Jim Bob. My high diaby. Yeah, bartering is always fun. You gonna look at doing any trading at all?
Maybe not so interested in that, but who knows? It might be really fun in game.
It can be fun. Joe likes anyone talking to me. I have resting bitch face, so any approach is a win. Fowl says playing the compliment game is good as an orc. Just being aggressively complimentary about a human's outfit really makes people suspicious. Sam says people get really taken aback when I insult them. Really? I've seen you insult so many people though, Sam. That's a shock. Sam comes up with good insults. Sam's quite quick-witted like that. Dal says, I love any interaction which makes me feel a particularly strong emotion, or obviously does the same for others, positive or negative. Being able to feel strongly about a make-believe interaction is incredible. Jim Bob says, feel free to sell him your herbs. Do you know what resource you're taking?
Yeah, Herb Garden.
You are Herb Garden. Robbie says, I'm enjoying the barter and trade game and how it feeds into the political game. That's a good shout. Helen says, when someone asks what should be a passing question, then gets a 15-minute lecture on each way they're wrong. Yep. Pete is off to work. Have a good rest of the stream. Yar and things. You have a good evening, Pete, and I hope your shift goes quickly, buddy. Rachel says, can start off with bartering the price of for sitting around a fire or joining a meal. Can pay with song, food, or dirty limericks. There's plenty
The only
there.
dirty limerick I remember is the one at the beginning of The Crown, like the first thing that's said. That's the only one I know.
I don't know that one.
See if I can remember it. I'll probably put it in Discord later, but it's a fun one. I feel like as a Brass Coast, there'll be a lot of bartering going on.
Oh yeah.
In general.
Yeah. And contracts.
Yeah.
And contracts. I've still got one of mine actually, which I need to still go and sort out. I think it turned out it's the value of it is only a throne now, but I want my money. So there was once a man from Nantucket. Exactly, Jim. So okay. So what's next on the question front?
Right, let's have a look. My phone's off. Right. Curses. Talk to me about curses. I hardly know anything, but they sound cool.
What, the
How
magical
does that work?
curses or swearing at someone?
No, magical curses.
Magical curses. Right. This will be. See, Chris loves a curse. He is very, very good at curses in game. But curses, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever been. I've lied about having a curse on me in character, which was fun. So there we go. So curses are big and clever, and Helen says Steve lied for a whole year that he had been cursed to us all. Yeah. It created fun game. We were frantically trying to fix it all, and I didn't care.
The bitterness.
The prick. Being cursed means you've had a really big effect on other characters, so it's a win, not a punishment. Steve was threatened with a curse. I have been threatened with a lot of curses. Pandora Misfit swearing at people though. I've heard Britta's tits, but I like Varkula's teeth. Chris says, "Let me curse you. It's love, honest." So yeah, there's lots of different outcomes of curses, and curses have a lot of different effects on you. But the actual minutia of it all, I don't know, because I tend to avoid magic. I'm not a fan of it. So yeah, Chris will have. Go on.
What kind of things do curses do?
Well, that's it. That's what I was going to ask Chris there. He'll have to type into chat some of the things that curses can do, and give us some examples of his favourite ones. But I know that curses can do a lot. I'm cursed with a striding that never behaves or listens to me. That's a good one. I'm in the 2 feet, mate. How do you think I feel? I've got Justin and Kit and all of that lot, and John as family members. You're now haunted by nightmares every time you close your eyes. Oh yeah, that was one. I think I've heard of that one being done. I love making curses that only have role-playing effects. You need to give us an example, Chris. We need examples. There's a day curse that gives ritual madness, and the target can't do rituals for a whole year. Oof. That was weird. Tal is probably crazy. Let's join the chat. Oh, thanks for following. They can make you roleplay that you are freezing cold, or they can mean you cannot hold anything valuable, coins or resources. I saw someone curse with a 5 thrown coin in the middle of a medical lecture. That was interesting. They can reduce your resources. So it seems like they can do a lot of different things to you. So probably down to something specific, like even Evening Tao. Even probably down to you're not able to wear armor and stuff like that. You can curse an entire region with infertility and barrenness. There's lots of stuff you can but you can also use these rituals to boost things. So you can boost your resources, so you get more money, herbs, and stuff like that as well. So they are some positives out there. The Night Magic main one gives you massive mood swings. Are you thinking of going into magic at some point?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a possibility. I'm open to anything happening. It just kind of is what catches my interest in field, I think. But yeah, definitely in sometime in the future.
Excellent. That'll be good. Chris is. I'm doing a magic stream at some point, and I'm going to get Chris onto that, so we'll do a whole thing on talking about magic curses and stuff like that. So water through your fingers is a nasty curse. I don't know that one. You can curse someone so they can never hold on to money. Oh, that would have been bad for Achilles. But I suppose he never really held his money. Other people held it for him. So, yeah, that's quite fun. And he had like hundreds and hundreds of thrones on him. So, yeah, that's the one. Ah, right, that is the one, is it? Yeah. Okay. So what's the next one? We'll do one more and then we'll look at finishing
Right.
up.
Better choose a good one then.
Yeah, make it a good one.
Okay. What are some fun things to do in field that are kind of under the radar? Like not many people are aware of them. Like interesting RP things or people that I don't know, just like fun little things that people have found.
Drugs.
Not so under the radar in the Hefty Yeti fam.
No, definitely not with us, but in the field it is. Yeah, definitely. It's not really spoken about in the field. I saw that one used on a Dornish noble. He became a beggar. Oof, harsh. What else is there? There's singing competitions. There's poetry readings. There's gin club. Goose Whisper. Yep. Ooh. Discovering all the little cultural differences between nations. Yep. Dance clubs. Can outsiders to Wintermark use Goose Whisper? Yes, they can. Faction specific events. You got the theatre as well in the league.
That's cool.
You have the academy as well, which they do little things, and I've seen people go along and listen into like academy classes and stuff. Night of the Reaper, so every nation has its own festival, which was oh god, I think anyone can use it, but only some. Yeah, you can use Goose Whisper for any nation, but only certain people get the visions. There was once a Calavasi named Mac who didn't need much to provoke an attack. Known to hump a land shark, go on skirmishes in the dark, but his favourite foe was a snack. I kept it PG this time. Awesome. Navarre blind knife fight. Late night Senate is weird. Yep. The March of Summer Fate is wonderful. They put on a day-long festival with traditional games, pig fisting, welly wanging, skittles. Yep. The 2 Feet invented a game called Knifey Table. So that was invented at Mac's uncle's funeral. Well, at his wake. So we did a chat through the Black Gates, whisper through the Black Gates, so we could have a chat with him after he died. And then a few of us, like 4 of us, we went off to a bar to sit down and have his wake. And we invented a game called Knifey Table, which is great fun. That thing that happened in the corner of the pub at one time. I always think the Varushka Night Market doesn't get enough attention. No, the Varushka Night Market is amazing. It's a lot of fun, but you'll need a bit of cash for that place.
What
It's
stuff is kind of stuff sold there?
Anything, absolutely anything. It is literally just like a market at night, and a lot of different stuff is on sale. I brought paintings from there. I've seen like weapons, I've seen ribbons, food. It's great. It's a lot of fun. Highguard's Day of the Dead. Oh, let's scroll up. Jeez, this is awesome. Put your fish in a hollowed out pig to win prizes. What's not to love? It's a Navarre national sport, most frequent during the spring welcoming. Do you know what blind knife fighting is?
Unless it's not what it sounds like.
It is exactly what it sounds like. You're blindfolded,
Okay.
you've got a knife, and you're holding onto a bit of rope, and that's it. So
It's terrifying.
it's good fun. Just I have witnessed one person lunge low as the other person tried to do an uppercut, and the black eye lasted a couple of weeks. That was great. Unless Chris is watching this, then sorry, mate, but it was funny. One of the Iron Tide taught me and a couple of other orcs a dice game called Iron Tide. That was a lot of fun, not least because I won. Awesome. Vrushka Market, very excited for that. Exactly what it sounds like. 2 people, 1 rope, 2 blindfolds, 2 knives. Actually, anyone can take Goose Whisper and get the vision. Oh, I didn't realise that. We're sailing for ye old conga lines. Yes, Grim got punched in the face trying it. We have the Great Herd Barbecue at Summer. The Not Navarra Tiki Bar, that's on Thursday night. Night of Worth in spring as well. Sam, really, please keep making Empire content. I love this. Well, Sam, funny you should mention that. This is like my 93rd or 94th stream about Empire. So if someone can put the links into the chat, Sam, then feel free. Join us on Discord, YouTube, because everything is on there. So yeah, but you're welcome, man. Oh, Helen's already a mile ahead of me. You probably found me as a new subscriber then. That's fantastic, Sam. I really appreciate it. What was that thing with the smoke machines and little tent? That could be anything, to be honest, Abby. That could be absolutely anything. You've got the Hall of Worlds that it could be. You've got Pro Helen is pro. You've got where all the Calavesi hang out and take drugs. You've got Shaman's tent as well. There's plenty of places. The encounter tent, anything happens in there. I think that was someone in particular's Goose Whisper, wasn't it? Gosh, I can't recall what it was, but you spoke about it last year on a stream and it sounded so interesting. Like this whole experience. That was Shaman. Shaman is someone who does Skyne readings. It's like the tarot reading and stuff like that, but he reads your Skyne, so he reads your soul. He is in Wintermark, and it is predominantly for Wintermarkers only. But the experience is incredible. What he does, I will never say what he did on stream ever, because you need to. It's something that people should experience. So I was lucky. I had my Skyne read as a Navari before I joined Wintermark. But it is quite rare. It is so much. It's a lot of fun, but when it's actually happening to you, it's nerve-wracking. You don't know how to react or respond, and he's reading out. He's not reading out anything. He's just telling you all of this stuff, and he's asking you all these questions, and you're responding, and then he's reacting to it, and it's incredible. It is absolutely incredible. But he is in such demand for it to be done that he rarely does it now, because it's made it a lot rarer, and it means that it's a lot more emphatic when he does it. So you have his assistant who does Skyne readings, and he is really good as well, just without the atmosphere. So he's read my Skyne. So I've had my Skyne read twice, and he is really good as well. Helen, in fact, wants to do Skine reading too. I want to do Skine reading, but it's all lies. I wanted to see how much money I can make out of it, basically. So yeah, so there's lots of stuff going on like that as well. Don't throw me in with in this as shaman. Sorry, Han. But there is plenty there, and when you get into the field, all I can say is make sure you, as a first time, make sure you just walk around the nations and use the age old adage, "I'm new to Anvil." Just make sure you say that, and you'll get to meet some really wonderful people. If you want to be given a little bit of direction here and there, depending on when you get to site, because on the Thursday we're doing the Hefty Fan meetup, and there will be a lot of experienced players there. So you'll have, like Justin. So Song and Storytime is thing to go and see as well. Listening to the League, listening to Tarek singing in Wintermarks, a Pud singing, because the guy's a legend. Yeah, being around Wintermark on the Saturday night while Mac and Grim are on drugs, you can't miss us because we take up half the field. That's a thing as well. There's lots of stuff. There's way too much to even talk about.
Yeah.
There's so much that goes on in the field. So yeah, loads, absolutely loads. Yeah, fuck me, I want to be in a field so bad right now.
Yeah.
Sad times, but it will be soon. It will be soon.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a laugh in a field. And, well, you won't be drinking, but other people will be drinking. And that.
Yeah.
So, because you're 16,
in a year's
does this
time,
mean
I'll be able to.
So, because you're 16, does this mean that you like still have a bedtime?
I was up till 1 yesterday.
Sorry, I'm just
so
taking the
not
piss.
Really.
But yeah, it'll be
no.
It'll be good. Soon. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of stuff there, and if you ever get stuck for something to do, oh Steve, you're showing your old man. I know, Smo. I am old. I say almost past it. I'm past it. It's gone. My youth was a figment of my imagination. So yeah, there's plenty to do, and if you ever get stuck for something to do, if you see me out in the field, just come up and go, I need something to do. I will happily point you in the directions of things, because there's a lot to see, and I would love for people to see as much as they can on their first event. It'll be really, really good. But I think the Thursday is going to be a lot of fun, because we'll have the Hefty Fan meetup, so it'll be all of us. And then I think we're getting Justin to come. Some of the Navarre are going to come down and have a sing song as well. We'll go and see the Orcs and all of that. See Matt and everybody. So there's going to be loads of stuff to go on.
If it's E3, I will almost definitely be there for the Thursday. Other events, depending on school and if I can get off, it depends, but yeah. I'll try my best.
It's I wouldn't worry. I'm sure, to be honest, at every event the Hefty Fan will meet up on the Thursday, to be honest. I think we'll all enjoy it, and we'll all drink, chat, sing, have a laugh. And
I just want to sing some shanties with people.
It's not just shanties. Super Danger Thursday, yes. I always took a sick day for Comic-Con at school. No one needs to know you're being a small warrior on a field. No, definitely not.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we'll be. There'll be a lot of chat, singing, and stuff like that. There'll be loads of it, and you'll learn all the in character songs as well, because
Mhm.
they are worth singing. So I think what was the song tonight? I think it was Justin singing "Doing the Nine" was on stream tonight. So yeah, plenty of stuff to be listening to, plenty of stuff to be going on with. So yeah, you'll love it. You really will love it.
I'm very excited.
Good, good. Did you craft all of that kit yourself? Did you make that all yourself?
I didn't make this, but I made this, and it's not finished. I need to do the bottom and line it and hem it and all that shit. Um, but yeah, I mean, I've just been stretching my crafting arms.
So it looks fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
It really does. My war skirt is coming along. I've put fur on it now.
Hmm.
There's been no staples involved since the stream. Cannot get over how incredible that coat looks. It does look amazing. Yep, no staples. Yep. Gives me Joseph vibes. Definitely, Ben. Funny enough, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, Joseph and the Technicolor
Definitely an
Dreamcoat.
inspiration.
Yeah, it's really cool. Ghostface.
Big fan.
Currently getting to know Sparrow's music. Yep, I think in the music channel we've got a list of everybody's SoundCloud. So yeah, so Sam, Justin, Andy, Dawn, Gabs. There's loads there. So yeah, Jamie as well. So they're all in there. So we'll have to put proper links up to everyone, I think. I'll get around to doing a kit test with my coat tomorrow. I'll post updates in the Discord. Awesome.
I've been loving.
Go on.
I've been loving all the kit peels people have been doing on the Facebook pages.
I'm
It's
doing
been
one.
great. Ooh.
I'm going to do one, and no one should ever see it. Ever. It's literally, it's not going to be, I'm not taking it seriously. Everyone's taking it seriously. I'm not taking it seriously. I'm having some fun, and it's going to be rude. It's going to be, I'm going to be probably half naked for most of it. A hefty Yeti SoundCloud account, maybe. Probably not. Probably not. I can't sing. The only person who's ever been able to get me to sing has been Sam. So, what do I think? Hefty Yeti OnlyFans. Oh, I'm definitely going to do that. Show off my knees to people. But yes, I was going to do a rude in character peel, and it will be, yeah. I need to. Oh, lies! I sung on Sea of Thieves with Sam. Actually, Abby. But we can't really count me singing "Hey Ho, Let's Go Dogging." That's hardly a. Oh, did I sing with you? I don't remember things. That 100% counts. Right, okay, I did sing with you two then. Am I going to be Mac or Steve in my kit peel? I'll be Mac in my kit peel, and it will be rude, and it will be. I have discovered how to edit in like the censorship things and the blurry things now. So you sang for Kiartan's wake. Yeah, that's in character. That's in the field. I'm talking about here. So there's plenty. Yeah, there's plenty there. I can hear noises. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and it'll be rude, and it'll be lots of censored stuff as well. Do we get to see the famous knee? Probably more as well. I realised that I probably should have done my kit peel in more detail or more showing off than I did. But to heck with putting it all back on again, especially the chain. Yeah, I'm going to have like 2 layers on. That's it. And I think my video is going to be pretty much me just like walking around naked, and then I'll blur everything out. That's pretty much it, simple. And hopefully
Sims 4 censor it.
Yeah. yeah, and I just put like in the comments for those asking, it was really cold today, and stuff. So yeah, but still, yeah, Lily looks worried. Yeah, I know, right? The hefty OnlyFans first vid, probably the only one as well. Let's face it, but still. So I'm going to call it there. It's been an hour and 35, and we have done well. I say we have. I have done really well in scaring the shit out of Lily. So apologies for that.
No.
It's been really good to chat.
Yeah, you too. It's been really good.
Yeah, hopefully you got some answers to that, and weren't too put off by it.
No, it's just made me more excited.
Good. I'm gonna do a similar sort of thing after people have been to one event. So because you've done this one, it means obviously you're now obliged to do another stream at some point after your first event to talk about it and see what you thought and stuff like that. So it'll be good fun. I'm looking forward to chatting to someone after their first event and them just going, oh, I fucking hated it. I'm not coming back. Leave me alone. Steve, stop calling. I know it's you when you're crying down the phone to me. Just stop it. All that sort of stuff. You know? It'll be fun. But yeah, it will be good. I'd love to do one of these. You can. Next one, Kyle. It's you. I've got my what's on thing. Just pick a date, mate. That's empty, and yeah, that's yours. I'm easy. Oh man, could you imagine? I hated it. Well, I'm expecting it to happen at some point. Let's put it that way. So, yeah. Thanks for coming on, Lily. It's been great fun.
Thank you very much for having me.
No, that's all right. Thank you for reminding me about it as well, because as you have probably noticed, my memory is terrible. I forget so much, and I have to ask people who's doing what and what am I doing here, and that's so. It's been really really good. I hope you've learned some stuff, and I hope that this hasn't terrified you beyond rational thought, and you stick in the Hefty fam and you keep on coming and all of that. It'll be good. I forgot Lily had a herb garden after barely an hour. This is true. You can still run now. No, she can't run now. She's done. We've done it.
No, I'm stuck now.
Yeah.
I have to do the post. I have to buy a ticket now.
Oh, that reminds me. They put up the dates for Empire. If you want to buy your ticket for the first event, use my code to get 15 quid off. This also means that the 15 quid that gets put onto my account, when I've got enough, I will be giving that away as a ticket to someone in the Hefty fam. Because as is established, I keep fuck all. I don't make anything from doing this. It's all about giving it back and helping everyone else. So yeah. So that is the big thing there. So yeah, so use my code if you can and buy your first ticket with that. Don't buy an open ticket because the discount doesn't apply to an open ticket. So you'd have to do it that way. Okay. But still. Yeah, that's it. Wednesday. I don't know what I'm doing on Wednesday. I've forgotten. I can't remember. I don't even think anything's written down, to be honest. We'll find something to do on Wednesday. It'll be a thing. You'll love it. We'll have a chat and we'll do things. Maybe Sea of Thieves. I don't know. Who knows? I need to stream more Sea of Thieves. With more people. Let's get a galleon going. Yeah, I think that's about it. So, Sea of Thieves is written down, is it? Oh, awesome. Big boy ships, yes. So thanks for coming on again, Lily. Thank you, everybody in chat, for chatting. Thank you for donating. Thank you for the bits. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for following. Thanks for doing all of that sort of stuffs. Lockdown sucks balls. So if you're struggling, reach out. It seems to be a lot harder on everybody this time round. So definitely reach out, look after each other, stay safe, stay sane. I'm going to go and get my bottle of wine. Jim Bob.
70 yo.
70%. That's amazing. And that's made Abby happy as well, because it's even. You see? We're doing really, really well. So neat. Oh, Rachel. Well played, Panda. Naughty dishwasher. If you haven't seen Auntie Donna, go and watch it. Still. So, yeah, we're there. So, yeah, look after yourselves. Stay safe. Just do what you need to do to survive. And if you're struggling, reach out. We're all here. But, yeah, much love. Take care. Speak to you soon. See you all on Wednesday. So what's that taking it to? I need that to vanish now. So I have to read the... oh, right, we've had more ones go... oh, I made it even! Ha ha ha, 29. So 31. I don't know what you're doing anymore, people. That's... oh, man, 1. So, yeah, there you go. Oh, Rob, you've become one of those. Rob's taking it to the odd one. Oh, Rob, what you like? Right. Yeah. As is tradition. Right, we're buggering off. See you later. Bye. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I once knew a girl from Varushka. Varushka, Varushka, and she's the one